Ladies and gentlemen, for the 815th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that lady called Lisa, aka Jubu.
What up?
As well as that dude called Jew, aka Jubu's Boo.
What's up, bitches?
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show. All right. And that was when Mike would say, yeah, what's happening, or some such.
We miss you, Mike.
Mike's out. He's got to take
Y'all
care
do.
of children's. Mike's taking care of the children's.
Y'all miss him.
He woke up this morning and said, hello there, children's. Who misses him?
Y'all do.
Oh, you good without?
I don't miss his black ass.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna see enough of him tomorrow.
You see that, Mike? You're not missed by the Jew.
Day after tomorrow, whatever day it is.
Jubu and I think it would be cool if you were here, but apparently Jew does not. I guess he's good. He's good on a little break. You know, he's like, I can take a little break.
We are going to see him tomorrow for our New Year's Eve party.
Right on.
Nah, he's alright.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's alright.
I like that guy all right.
He's nasty, he's alright.
I don't mean to talk a bunch of shit about him. He's all right. Yeah. Yeah, man, things are wild. This is our last episode of 2023. The year's fucking wound itself down.
Yes.
All kinds of holiday hijinks and such going on. I had a amusing time for Christmas. My sibling was around, wanted to have arguments, so that was...
How'd that go?
It was pretty amusing. My mom got upset, but
Younger or older?
older.
Older.
She used to be my brother, now she's my sister,
Got you.
and that's all good. I find it amusing because she can't tell whether or not Joe Biden's cognitively impaired at all. And I'm like, and you expect people to recognize your gender? Whatever, man. But yeah, life's been cranking along. You know, I've been trying to like reach out and be more social to some folks. Today was I sent out texts in holiday regards, like I hope your holidays don't suck.
Good job.
And such to like I don't know, the select dirty dozen of people that I still don't mind like having a mild bit of communication with. You know what I'm saying?
You felt the love back. That's good.
Yeah, I got a little love back from my folks out there being nice to me back.
That's good. Yep.
It was pretty cool. You know, so I forgot the recorder and had to run home. So I drove the vet back because, you know, I needed something to, you know, invigorate my soul after being an idiot. I usually forget something once or twice a year, and this is like the first time in a while I forgot something that goes for this setup. So I'm
Look, I appreciate it. It gave me a chance to wake up a little bit more.
Hey, right on. I'm glad you were able to take advantage of the situation.
Watch Tribunal Justice.
Tribunal justice.
It's like that show with those 3 judges. I'm good.
Joe? Is that there's 3 judges, so they like
Yeah, there's like a
tribunal, I
panel.
see. The panel of judges.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 wins.
They're funny as shit. It's actually a pretty good
A
show.
bunch of old Florida bitches.
Old what?
One Florida bitch. Mainly a bunch of Florida judges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because they got the gator skin and shit, you know.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, Floridian judges, you would expect, they've seen a lot, so
Everything.
that's going to be...
Everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to be a good round to have on a TV show, because they're not going to be shocked by whatever kind of hijinks somebody may or may not pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one judge was like, I looked at the definition of scammer, sir, this morning. I just had a wild hair, and God, now I know that was a picture of you.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
what the judge said?
Yeah.
That's a solid judge right there.
Yeah, well, this guy was on the show. He basically catfished his best friend of like 40 years into thinking he was like gonna have some place to stay and like giving him this car. This man was like homeless and like on hard times, and he like basically created like a whole fake female profile and was like lying to this man to get more money out of him. It was like his fucking best friend out of 40 years. I mean, they went in on him hard because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Guy was a piece of shit.
For real.
I know.
Yeah, man. Scam sucks.
Then they had these 2 girls on stage or on the show that one of them, they were both suing each other for like $10,000 and like pain and suffering and like all this shit, right?
Right.
And one of them they got into a fight, and the girl had rolled up her car window, and the other girl's weave was stuck in the window, and the girl just kept driving. And so, like, this one bitch had, like, her knees were completely scraped up. She said she was a stripper. She
Wait a
was
minute.
out of work for 2 months while she healed.
Was the weave that strong that it
That's
didn't
what
come
I was.
off
I was
her
like,
head?
what kind of glue were you using,
You
girl?
got to chill. Mm-hmm. Wow. I want to know what kind of glue. Is that Gorilla Glue?
I don't
Is
know.
it like super glue?
You you remember that lady that went viral like years ago? She accidentally put fucking Gorilla Glue on her hair.
I don't recall that.
You don't recall
No,
that?
no.
Oh man, that girl, she like blew up. She was on like Good Morning America and all kinds of shit.
Really?
Yeah. Let me find her.
What is wrong with this world? We are highlighting the dumbest of people. Hey, look, this bitch literally glued her shit to her head. I mean, like, you know, like when you do.
This lady. You don't remember this lady? That lady. You remember seeing her? She
No.
was viral for a long time.
Nah. See, if I was that lady, I would try to work out a deal with Gorilla Glue to make
She
wig
did.
glue.
I think she did. She ended up getting like a fuck ton of money, I think. I'm trying to remember the story. I'm looking it up now.
I'm trying to get a fuck ton of money off of some shit I work on or some shit I've already suffered through. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like, my balls hurt for 2 years. It'd be nice to get a fucking settlement out of this medical device lawsuit that I'm involved in. That would really, you know,
Yep.
that would be nice.
Oh, she knew it was Gorilla Glue. So in an interview
I mean, she's
with,
showing it off in the picture there.
yeah, with Entertainment Tonight, she said she resorted to Gorilla Glue in a pinch as she was in a rush to leave her house. She figured that once she got back home, she'd be able to wash it out, but that wasn't the case. Tessica, that was her name, Tessica Brown, from Louisiana. Bright lady.
Jesus, Tessica. Come on now. That's ridiculous. That's just,
I mean, she had like a whole video. I think that's what it was. She posted it on TikTok, and she was like putting shampoo, and the shampoo was just gelling and like rolling straight off that shit. It like wouldn't penetrate it at all.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it would say, if you read the instructions on the Gorilla Glue, it would say...
Don't put it in your hair.
Don't put it on your skin.
Gorilla Glue is amazing with certain material.
Right.
And it sucks on other material.
Right, like
I guess
you can mail-
well, not like super glue, because super glue on a Gorilla Glue is some great shit.
It's pretty good. You
but
can
it can
like
also not work. on
you can
certain
like
shit.
glue the mailbox to a post or something
Yeah.
with it, but like it's not going to work good for your weave.
You can almost do what they do on the commercials. It's not like the glass. It's not like the seal guy, Flex Seal.
It's not
cracker.
Flex Seal.
It's not Flex Seal. It's going out there on a cardboard boat with Flex Seal and shit, floating
Yeah.
out there in the goddamn water. You know what I'm screaming?
She had
Ain't
to
like
have
that.
a fucking 4-hour surgery
To remove the weave,
to remove the glue like from her scalp because it had like penetrated into
Yeah,
her
because
fucking
you just
skin.
shave it all off. You know, just shave the whole scalp off. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like Indian style. And
Right.
then
Said
patch
her
it back. You know
recovery
what I mean? Shave her
took 2 to
ass and
3
then
months.
put her ass on her head. You know what I mean? Like, look, we can get it done in an hour and a half, but it's going to take your left cheek. You're going to have left cheek on your head. Or you might look Freddy Krueger-ish and it might take 6 hours. What's your option?
I would expect
Yep.
the Freddy Krueger-ish.
I would probably Freddy Krueger. Depending on what your
Yeah.
ass look like.
I would be like, yo, fuck that. I'm going swimming. I'm gonna be out here in this salt water for a while. See if that'll
Oh,
work
it's
it
going
out.
to just dip it.
No,
Just
it
salt
just,
dip.
yeah, I'd have been out there in the
Saltwater
salt water dipping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, like it, like her head wasn't getting oxygen because of it. Like,
Yeah, I bet she probably coated it on.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
I hadn't
layered,
thought
yeah.
about. It was probably like a thick coat of glue, and then the hair stuck to it. Cause like they make these videos of these dudes like on Instagram or whatever, and it'll be like some bald-headed motherfucker that they're giving them hair, and they literally cake the glue on and then put this fake
Yeah.
hair shit on, and then they cut it off in like a hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, ooh, like I'd rather be bald-headed. Fuck it. Like I'm rocking with whatever I got. I ain't
can't
spending
be-
money
yeah.
like that. Like, I don't know, I might get one of them shampoos or something to give a whirl, see if it makes my hair grow back or some shit, but I wouldn't do some sort of like,
I think I'm going to go
Procedure
full bald. If
with
I start
fake-
balding, I'm just going to shave it.
bro, you're
stone
good.
cold it.
You're gonna be fine.
If
You're
I
gonna be
were, I
silver.
would stone cold it. I wouldn't do
You're gonna
nothing.
be
You know
silver.
what I mean? I wouldn't try to.
See,
I
here's-
wouldn't try to get a hair did or
Like
nothing like that.
Mike was saying, like, why don't you just shave your head? I'm like, why don't I shave my face, motherfucker? The same reason I don't
Well,
shave
some
my
people-
face. The same reason I don't want to fucking shave my head.
it is tedious.
Dude, you
once
have to
start
do it on
doing
a daily
Yeah, you gotta
fucking
do that shit a
basis.
lot, yeah.
If
Yeah.
you want that bitch to be
But they
all
got those
proper
cool. They
shiny.
got those cool like 3-blade junks that you can just like hand hold it.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
like,
but then your
go
head
over
itch all the time, like after like 3 days, like your nuts itch. You know,
I
if you
have
shave
to
your nut, you know what I mean?
imagine
You gotta deal with that.
Well, my nuts usually get better if I keep it trimmed.
Yeah, but there's
like,
a day or so in that period where your shit
But it's
itches 'cause
usually-
growing. You know what I
my
mean? So
shit's
your head's
fuzzy.
the same way, so you're always fucking gnawing on your head.
I usually get my shit down to fuzzy, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I've been doing with my head, too. I'm like, I'll just knock my head down once a month or so and call it a fucking day. Who gives a fuck? Fuck
Yeah.
it. It's not like I'm out here just looking for these bitches like, ooh, see my full head of hair? Don't you want to be with me? Like,
I work for Luscious Locks. Appreciate you. Check me. You know,
yeah, that's we got to make the Jew Unit's hair shampoo line, Luscious Locks.
Luscious
Yeah,
Locks.
he really does have beautiful hair. It's so thick.
Yeah, he's absurd. That's because he never fucking grew it out his whole life. And then one day we convinced him to let it go. You know, this man on episodes ago used to say that his hair, quote, doesn't grow. We were like, why don't you let your hair grow out? And he's like, man, my hair don't grow. What do you mean? I mean, I cut it every few
Full of
months. It
shit.
don't grow. It's always about the same length. And then, of course, we
So
called
y'all
him.
convinced him to grow it out.
I think so. Jew, would you give Mike and I credit with convincing you to grow your hair out?
Yeah, the mullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Original mullet. Yeah.
And once he got his mullet and was like, oh, damn, look at me looking all Patrick Swayze.
That was an era.
Then he started bringing it back, and now you see he lets his hair get a little woolly here or there.
It's pretty shaggy.
Yeah, he gets all shaggy and shit. And it works. The ladies like the luscious locks.
I just wish it wasn't so frizzy. If I could calm down the frizziness, I would have kept the long hair.
That's some
But
bullshit.
Yeah.
I understand. I get you. I've had long hair.
like I can do the curls
It's a
and shit
pain.
like that, but not the like my shit was like a frizz ball almost. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, dude, you got old
shit,
Q-tip look.
conditioning and all the things. You know
Like
what
the,
I mean?
the
And
Q-tip you don't use out of the pack of Q-tips.
after conditioning, what's that shit called? When you
I'm just glad you cut it before we started
What do you call that
dating.
conditioning when you put it in the
Nah.
in after the shower?
You wait, conditioner.
Just leave-in conditioner?
Leave-in conditioner.
Leave-in
Yeah, I was doing the
conditioner.
leave-in shit too.
You were
like,
doing-
"Yo, who makes that shit?"
you were
They're
doing
like,
a lot.
"It's what it's called, you dumbass."
You were in
leave
here-
it in, and I'm like, "Oh,
But
I'm
there's
here
a-
looking for leave-in and shit like it's a brand."
You
and
thought
shit.
it was a brand?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know nothing. These motherfuckers doing leave-in conditioner. I'm like, all right, bet. Let out Pantene Pro V. I guess it's leave-in. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, that's so cute. Thought
And
it
then the
was a
shit I
fucking
got, like I
brand.
said, is all in goddamn Mexican. The whole damn bottle is. I'm like, well, I don't even know what this shit's called. Or how to use it.
Right, he didn't grasp the leave it in.
Yeah, I got that part.
Did
know
you
what I mean?
read the side of the bottle to figure it out once you got a hold of some leave-in conditioner?
No, leaving the conditioner, I got it from the chick I work with. She's like, I got an extra bottle of it. It's all Spanish. Everything. The directions, the fucking ingredients, the goddamn name. I mean, I'm like, all right, well. So she's like, just leave it in, you know, like it says. You know
As
what I mean?
in, you wash your hair normal, you put in your conditioner like normal, but instead of rinsing it out,
No, you do that.
You do rinse it,
shampoo
but you
and
have to leave
conditioner,
it
and
in
then
for like 7-10 minutes.
Wait,
Then
while
you
you're in
rinse
the
it.
shower?
Yes.
Oh, I see. So get in the shower,
There is
wash your
different
hair.
masks you can wear for like half an hour. You could sleep in certain hair masks if you want.
This shit, you supposed I just put it on. She told me I put it on after I get out the shower. When your hair's like damp, you just kind of like work it in there, kind of like
Yeah,
you
there's
would
that
mousse.
kind too.
Like you would mousse or
There's
some shit
different
like that.
kinds. There's kinds
And
you
it
rinse
just-
out. There's kinds you actually truly leave in. Yeah, the whole time. Yeah.
Mr. Unit with his fucking.
But you can tell the
Knowledge.
difference when I can tell the difference in my hair when I'm using just regular conditioner and not after like a couple days.
You notice, you're like, I have breakage.
I can't remember if it's fucking floofier or oilier or
Floofier.
it's something.
The floofier,
I know
the
it's
floofiness.
like when you're rinsing that conditioner, it does like oil, like it's like your body's
Slick.
like sleek. You know what I'm screaming? Like when you're trying to rinse it off, it's like you're always rinsing the shit off. I always feel like, you know what I'm screaming?
That's what's up.
It's definitely not like shampoo.
Yeah, shampoo's nice and simple.
Yeah.
But I get people who'll be like, "Oh, that's a nice beard. What kind of conditioner do you use in it?" And I'm
well,
like,
then-
That's-
with the
that's
beard oil?
The beard oil. People love
my
that
boy's
shit.
all about the beard
Pantene
oil.
or whatever the fuck.
I used to
No, there's like whole men's lines.
I know. I think it's
Yeah.
absurd. I just wash my fucking shit like it's my hair.
Yeah, now my boy be greasing his beard up. Shout out to Zachy Brown Bear.
It does look nice
Beard
when
oil.
it's all like, you know.
I mean, if I was like gonna go somewhere nice, like I might run a brush through it, and then it would look
You wanna
nice.
brush with that motherfucker gonna come all the way down to the
Dog,
fucking
you ain't got
letters,
no
bro.
idea, man. My shit is bananas.
That's what I'm saying.
What I really want to do is grow it out a bit more and get it in cornrows.
Oh,
I'm gonna go bald headed but cornrow beard.
latches.
Yeah. people will be like, God damn, I don't even know what to call you as
Yeah.
far as your appropriation of culture is concerned. They
Viking.
wouldn't even know. Yeah, I guess it'd be very
You say Viking. You
Viking-ish.
could say Viking, yeah.
Nordic.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking at the Nordic styles. So I cornrowed my beard. But could we call it something else? I don't know.
Yeah, not
'Cause
cornrow.
aren't all things in a row?
Braid, just say
Potato
braid.
row.
Beer road.
I got a
road.
beard
Beer
row.
roads.
I got
beard
a
roads.
beard row. I got my
Beard row.
beard
Yeah.
row.
Yeah, your beard row.
Yeah.
Latches. Pad, pay, mark, tab. Cannon.
Roaded beards. See, I get that shit all roaded up, and then I get the excess that's sticking out, get a little up in there with the clippers, and go damn it, knock all them loose pieces out. My shit'll be real fine tuned. This motherfucker be growing mad thick. Y'all see that, ladies? I know you do. I know you do. You can run your fingers through it too, boo, if you want to, but you got to talk to me. Not Jew boo, but boo. You know, keep your hands to yourself, Jew boo. Keep your hands to you and the Jew. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
Not talking
Having a
about
good
it.
time. I'm not even talking about that. That wasn't even. I knew when I said. I'm like, nah. Underlying things here going on the show. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mason and Friend Show. We're having a good time here. I got the saxophone style bowl.
Ain't gonna never. Nope.
Nope.
The woo woo.
I think that's been talked about on air. Lops had a conversation. I believe.
Now no one knows. We could have continued to steer away, but you keep steering us
That's
back
all we're
in.
gonna do with it. That's all we're gonna say with it though. But I think Lop has mentioned that. Possibly,
He has.
maybe. On
He
air.
has.
Lop has mentioned everything.
I
We're
watched us
800.
screaming.
We're 815
So I'll
episodes
let the
in.
people decide what it was that he said.
Lop's been here
He
for
said it within the last 7 years.
770 or so.
So that boils down a couple hundred episodes for y'all.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
last 2 years, he said, I'll give you a year. Fuck it, I'll give you a year and a half.
Oh yeah, right. And y'all hit us back, and we'll talk about it some other time.
Yeah. Y'all can take the guess. If y'all take the guess, man, you win a prize, man. I'll buy you a t-shirt. Fuck it. Mason Fresh.
That's right. Jew will get you a Mason and Friend Show shirt. Speaking of which, did you get your brother a Mason and Friend Show shirt? I guess you didn't, because I sell them, and I would have known.
Yeah.
Yeah, was I supposed to?
It was discussed that like you were like not gonna get him anything, and then you were like,
Oh, fuck, you did
Mike
talk
said
about
to get
that.
a Trump shirt for him, and then I said, fuck that shit. Get him a fucking RFKJ shirt, or get him a fucking
And then I said I'll give
Mason
him
and
a
Friend
Mason Fresh
Show
shirt.
shirt.
Shit, yeah.
Right.
No, I never did. I think that was what, 2 days
It was
before
probably, I
I
was gonna say it's probably too late.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all. I mean, that's nice. That merch is nice, but it ain't Amazon coming tomorrow and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes a week or two to make.
So. But yeah, nah, they. He went to the bar with his ass, and I picked up the tab. So. Call that Christmas present.
Right on. Yeah, I paid for your bar tab, Alki.
These
was
motherfuckers
fun.
was drinking, man.
We were taking shots of tequila. Oh God, I felt like shit the next morning.
Bar tab was like 1:30.
I haven't had me a night like that in a long time.
I was just drinking a couple because I was driving, you know.
Hey, good for you, man.
So I didn't indulge in the
Until you went the
tequila
wrong
shots.
way down the one way.
It was raining its ass
was-
off, and it was dark as fuck, girl.
Where were you, Baltimore?
Now we're in Myrtle, trying to find this podunk ass fucking neighborhood.
Drunk.
No, that was
That was the night that we hung out with my sister.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
So what's your sister's story at Jubu? Not much. It's okay. We don't have to talk about family
No,
shows.
she's like she's probably like 13, 14 years older than me. She's single. She's dipping her toe in the online dating.
I understand
She's trying.
Jubu's sister. Online dating sucks. I understand.
Yeah, she's not impressed.
It's so unimpressive.
It really is.
It's almost like we need to do a virtual reality online dating thing where you're literally just at a bar and like you walk around and can see people
Yeah.
at the bar, and it gives you their like basic profile information, and if they're at the bar it means they're actually interested in having a communication with you.
Right.
You know, that's what
They do those. I think there's like dating meetups and like
Yeah,
on
like-
that, like meetup
Yeah,
app
in
or
the
whatever.
city, yeah, you got a lot of
In
that,
the
like,
city,
what
yeah.
do they call that, lunch?
It's just
buy my
lunch. They
or
advertise
it's
it on
lunch,
TV
yeah,
or the
they talk
radio.
about it all the time, but it's only in DC. I'm like, why are y'all telling these people about this all podunk ass here?
Yeah.
You know, Culpeper.
Ain't nobody
That's
having-
some shit they got to drive 60 fucking miles to fucking use this app.
I'm working Monday through Friday. You want me to
These
go have
podunk
lunch?
motherfuckers are taking the Dodge Ram all the way up to the city
Right.
to fucking hang out with a girl.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Everything. Nobody's with it. Nobody's with it at all.
But you couldn't do that shit in this podunk ass area here.
Certainly
One,
not.
everybody's fucked everybody already. And for two, there's only but a fucking couple hundred motherfuckers, probably really. There's probably more than that.
It's
But
maybe, but like you raise a very good point because like in the times over the years that I have gone
actual
out,
people that live in this motherfucker,
Right.
not the people
When
that
I go-
live over here and come over here or whatever, like that live in Marshall and then fuck over here. or
right? But I
anything
mean,
like that,
there's still that's close enough. This is Virginia. You 20 minutes from the gas station, dog. It don't matter if you go into this place or that place. Like the pool,
gonna run into
the
someone you
pool
fuck.
ain't deep. You're gonna see these people around. There's nobody
Everywhere's
else.
like that though. Like even Myrtle's.
But like for me, it's
20
like
minutes from the world down here.
I can think of one girl in the last like 5 years that I've seen around town that I actually thought, oh, she might be cool to like actually be physically involved with and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like I see plenty of chicks that like I wouldn't mind boning, but I wouldn't want much else to do with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that I think that's the thing. Like you think I hate all women? I don't hate all women.
I
just
take
think
that
that,
back.
I thank you. I just think that they are like the ones that I would get along with
No,
are so
you
few
see
and
some
far
chicks where
between.
you like, man, we could fuck, but it can't be no more than that. I bet she's fucking a bitch, or she's probably too
Well,
fucking
yeah, like,
whatever. And
you
they probably
talk
think
to
the
them.
same way about us, motherfuckers.
Right,
They're
exactly.
Like, fuck, that dude's a dick. He's probably dick good, but he's a dick. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's how I look at it. I'm like, you know, it's not that there aren't good people out there. So are they good for me? Are they gonna
Right.
like actually? Am I gonna be able to hang out with him and be like, I don't feel oppressed? You know what I'm saying? I feel good about myself and I feel good about this person. And I'm like, do I expect that? No, I don't. Would I like it? Yeah, sure. But like, is it out there? Maybe. But like, the amount of work. Like I gave you the analogy a while ago. I said, it's like the lottery, right?
Yes,
I
it's
could
a good
buy
analogy.
I could buy a scratch off ticket and that's pussy. I can get that scratch off ticket. Like I can earn it or I can pay for it, whatever. No big deal. But when I scratch that motherfucker off, am I getting another ticket? Or am I getting nothing? Am I getting $5? Like
waste of time, yeah.
Right. Like did I just waste $2 on this bullshit scratcher? I'm just gonna throw it away. Like how you know what I mean? It's very much like scratcher lottery. Like looking for like every now and again, oh hey, this is a $25,000 ticket. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But like and most of the time it's not. And you might even be thinking it. You halfway through the scratch off.
Feeling
You'd be
good about this
oh,
one."
Shit, I got 2 out of 3.
I don't even fuck with him no
got
more.
this.
I just go right to the bottom.
I don't even know how they even really work. Like
When you go right to the bottom by the barcode, you see a B, a D, a Z
Yeah.
in the trash. Maybe not the D because some currency does have a D in it.
You can
know
tell
what
if you
I
have a
mean?
winner right away if you just scratch a
Twos,
certain part of the
TWO,
lottery
ones,
ticket.
10, fours, FO,
where
FO.
can I find that bar on a woman?
Fucking,
That's what I want.
It just tells you, it writes out, physically writes out on that scratcher if you what you won. So like if you won 20, it'll say TWT or TWY or some shit like that. 100, it'll say whatever you want on the scratcher itself. If it doesn't, it'll have fucking generic letters Z, P, or B. Something that ain't got no money in it. You know what I'm screaming? Or like a J, whatever's not a
I
money.
just
Whatever
learned something about scratchers that I didn't know, but it's not going to
So I
help me
go
to
right
get
above
any
the
pussy.
barcode. You know what I mean? Go right above the barcode. So I used to, you know, hell yeah, I'm looking for 10, 9, 8. But then you get 11, 12, you get everything above, you get all above and right under. Every fucking one, or you win. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I fuck them. So I just go right down to the, like I said, to the letter.
It's a professional lottery.
That's why you see some people just turn in. When you see people turn in, sometimes they'll have just a little circle where the letter is, where they can see a word, a money word,
Yeah,
in there,
'cause
and then
the-
they'll just scratch off the
The
barcode.
cashier just scans the barcode
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
says, give this guy $20 or whatever.
Yeah, so the real
Yeah.
ones will do the barcode and they'll just look for that little shit.
Yeah.
And then they'll throw it, you see a Z right in the fucking
But
trash.
yeah,
You
I've
ain't
just-
winning $1 zillion off it.
But I have reduced women to lottery tickets.
It was a good analogy.
Thank you.
It's a
And I
good
don't mean it
it's
as
a
like a
good
negative
analogy.
thing. I just
No.
mean it as like it's the analogy.
But-
Like that's what it's like dating. It's like buying $2 scratcher tickets, hoping you're going to win $1,000. Like maybe you will, but you're probably just going to throw your scratcher ticket away. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta
try to
play
score, and then
to
you gotta try to
win
score
though.
again.
I know that's right.
You gotta play to
Then
win.
You gotta try
That's
to score
right.
again
Yeah.
on a different scratcher.
I'm like, why can't I get a scratcher that's like, hey, if you do this, you get 2 scratchers at the same time? Oh, really?
You can win some fucking
Yeah.
money off them fucking scratchers though, man. Like
People do.
They do.
my buddy won 50K off a fucking $20
No shit.
scratcher.
God damn.
He got the big check. He had to drive up into DC, some podunk ass ghetto, get a picture with a big check.
Shut up. They took a picture with the big
Yeah,
check.
50 G's, man, on a 20-hour scratch
Man,
off.
I would be like Happy Gilmore.
awesome.
Had a trunk full of them
50
bitches.
fucking G's. I was like, because he always be doing that shit. That's like my mom's fucking husband. He go to Giant, and he be getting 500,000 on 20-hour scratch off. That's all he fucks with. I don't know how much he's paying at one goddamn time. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going in there with $200 fucking dollars. You know what I mean? Fuck.
I'm gonna start a bar, and I'm gonna make anybody that's single put their phone number information on the scratchers, and I'm gonna have scratchers for the single people. And if you scratch the scratcher right and get a phone number, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna make it.
Actual lottery.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it like a real like scratcher lottery for like dating. You know
Could
what I'm
work.
saying? Absolutely.
Could work.
Or do like a bingo night, and like only it's pussy or dingo or some shit. You know what I mean?
Mental illness
Date
bingo.
night. Yeah,
Like,
dating bingo.
Ooh.
Scratch off if you've ever been diagnosed as
Absolutely.
X or Y. Yeah.
Do you have 3 hours of therapy sessions per week? Scratch here.
Right.
Hey, yo, that's a D.
Over 35. Scratch BN.
Right, right.
Or B12.
Are you divorced multiple times? Scratch here.
How many baby daddies you got?
Yes. Yes. How many times a week do you think you should be having sex if you're actually in a relationship with someone you like?
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. Yeah, these are good questions. Like
Come up with
mental illness
what is it?
dating bingo.
25 or 30 questions. What is it?
That would be
It's
really
five-
neat.
And then it's with 5 down.
It'd be really no, it would be really neat because like what would happen is if you actually hit 5 out of like the 7 questions or whatever, you raise your hand and the 2 people that raise their hands is like, okay, you 2 are dating now. Go have dinner.
Yeah.
Or you could just be like those fucks. Have you guys watched any of the? I know I've been telling him about it, but the Twin Flames University that these
Nobody's
two.
seen that shit, girl.
Okay,
except
so
for
it's
you,
on.
man, and
There's
the
a
other-
Netflix documentary and there's an Amazon Prime documentary.
They're one of
Both
the
of
flat
them,
earthers.
both of
Those
them are
fuckers.
excellent documentaries. So if you have not watched it yet, go out and watch Twin Flames. It's interesting. It's super interesting. This couple got together and basically, dude was like a get rich quick scheme kind of guy, but very outgoing, very full of himself, very but likable. You know, real likable, funny.
Right,
He was a
right.
funny dude. And he had tried and dipped his toe into different podcasts, having different YouTube channels. He had tried to present himself kind of as like a life coach. And he was 21 basically with a YouTube channel trying to tell people
Hey, I'm 21
to
and
give
I'm a
them-
life coach.
Yeah.
You should eat less and exercise more.
Yeah, so he hooks up with this chick and they start a YouTube channel. It's like Twin Flames, something like finding your soulmate using Twin Flame. Spiritual. They were basically wannabe spiritual gurus, but they started doing these podcasts and
It's some
YouTube channels.
Chloe shit, bro. It's some
And-
fucking that Aunt Chloe shit or whoever that fucking.
Right. Call them now.
call
If
them
we
now,
already
but-
been seen.
But just white people picking
and
on white
they-
people.
But they have 70,000 members now at this point. It's a cult.
Uh-huh.
It is straight up a fucking cult. And these two people are basically the leaders. And the guy over time, they just started doing it kind of like this, on a fucking couch. And eventually now they've got this huge complex that they live in fucking Michigan somewhere. I think it's Michigan. But yeah, there've been multiple, Vice did an article about them, Vanity Fair did an article about them, because basically what they were doing was they were getting people to believe in this whole theology of twin flames. There's in every relationship there's a divine masculine and there's a divine feminine, and you have to meet your other half, right? And they believed that they were twin flames, and then over time they would tell people if you follow and live by this program, if you pay $800 a month and watch 100 hours of our videos, you too will find your twin flame.
Right.
We will help you find your twin flame. So they
This
did
isn't
this.
Scientology?
It's similar, but they were their own gods, though.
Well, we've taken the yin and the yang and applied it to a different word.
Yeah.
And called it something else.
Yeah, and over time,
And give us $800 a month.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the whole to become a coach, they started grooming people, and if you were doing well and you found your twin flame and your relationship was going well, they would recruit you to be a coach, but you would have to pay $8,000 to graduate from this fake university and become a coach, and people were bleeding dry, given this fucking crazy couple.
Yeah.
After about 3 or 4 years, though, everybody in the group kind of looked around and was we've been following your teachings and you're practicing, but we're still not finding our twin flames. And
Yeah.
they got real aggressive with people. Like they would tell them, like if they were with somebody and they were like, oh yeah, God has told us that is your twin flame, and they're like, well, the guy broke up with me, I'm upset he broke up with me, and they'd be like, you can't accept that, don't accept that,
Don't let him break up with you?
You have to claim him, you have to pursue him. So there were multiple people that fucking like went to jail for stalking, for harassing, and they would just keep showing up. Like this one girl
Pay these white people to tell to do this.
yeah, and like they were really rude, like hard on these people though. They'd be like, yeah, he's saying he doesn't want to be with you, but that's because he's the runner in the relationship and you're the chaser, and you have to pursue him at all costs. So
isn't it the healthiest thing
people
that
fucking
both
went to
people
jail.
want to be in the relationship?
Oh yeah,
I think that's the healthy thing, but I don't know. I'm just an asshole.
Yeah.
This one chick was convinced that they knew who her twin flame was, but she just hadn't met him yet. So they
like y'all ain't
convinced this
hooking me
woman-
up with him yet.
Yeah, so
you just
like
keeping
it
him waiting.
evolved to that though. So like they literally had this one chick believing that her twin flame was visiting her in her dreams, but he hadn't come to fruition yet in her life, and they just kept telling her like, oh, he will, just wait. So like random dude shows up at the gas station she fucking works at, and she's like, you're my twin flame.
no.
It went so far, dude got a restraining order on this bitch. It
I
was
can't
like,
even get gas no more.
yeah, it was bad. But then like
Bitch wants to suck my dick and pop 3.
like 3 or 4 years into this like
I don't know. You
online
might be able to talk me into
presence,
hanging out with you if you want to suck my dick at the gas station, ladies.
this girl would have. She would have been
Say, claim
claiming her
witness.
twin flame. But
People are like, you're my twin flame.
so they started matchmaking over time because people were getting like.
I mean, I
pissed
guess so.
that
You
3
better.
or 4 years into it, they still hadn't
Figure
met their
out what's
twin
going
flame.
on.
Yeah, you better put up or
Yeah.
shut up.
Same
Yeah.
motherfuckers here, this fake AA
Yeah,
meeting.
you
talking
want this
about dick.
money train to keep rocking. You better start connecting
Mason,
these
though,
people.
it got so bad though because what they would do is they would like label you like you're a divine masculine person, right? Whether you were a boy or a girl.
Sure.
And so because they were desperately trying to like show that their program worked, they would just find like a bitch that was kind of on the cuff about her gender or her sexuality, and they'd be like, oh no, you're a man. And you need to change your name from Ann to Dan, and you need to start transitioning into. They had multiple people transition because
So they could date somebody else?
so that they could be matched with their true twin flame in this university. And yeah, I mean, people
told y'all to
were
watch this
fucking
shit.
paying a fuck ton of money to these people and like changing their genders, changing their entire sexuality, like just because they were like, I'm supposed to be a man according to this guy. And it got so bad, like there's several shows on the YouTube channel that they have where he starts talking, he grows his hair all out. It's very, gives me like Waco vibes, like the same kind of leader. Is like he started calling himself the second Christ. Like
The
he
Branch Davidians.
Yes, exactly.
That's such a great thing.
Exactly.
It's like if we started a Mason and French
There's
show place and called them the
70
Masonians.
Yes.
Like, okay, all you Masonians
Yeah.
need to follow me because we're going to go
Yep.
like down here. And I don't know. No, actually, hey, Masonians, bring your wives to me. I don't want to have.
me all your
I don't want
money.
them to fuck me. I just want them to suck me. I'm a real simple kind of religious zealot leader. You know, I don't have sex with your wives just to make them pregnant with my baby. I
Right.
just need you to help empty some of this seed out, and I don't care
Right,
who's
'cause
sucking it
God
out.
told me I needed to. Yeah, this is what God
Right,
wants.
because God told the Lord, the ever presence or whatever, said that you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'd have a real problem with doing that.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're still out there.
Until I got
they're
my dick
still-
sucked once or twice. Wink,
They're still
wink.
out there. If you look it up on
still robbing
on Google,
people.
yeah, there's still 70,000 members.
They're still robbing people, bro.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, but that's because religions are legal. That's why I've been talking about setting one up on this show for so long. The Church of Mason with the Branch Masonians to blow me. Like that would be an amazing accomplishment. I didn't think about adding in the Branch Masonians.
That wasn't even an option prior, but hell, you must put it on there.
It didn't even occur to me.
that's their website. Eternal Love. So it's twin flames illuminating the path home to eternal love. I know you. I was just like you. I desired twin flame love. That's the girl.
Show me
And
her. Wait.
That's her. She's real pretty. She's a pretty good little girl. Pretty thing.
Okay.
She's probably like, I think they're like 40 now, but they've been doing this. But that's him. That's the guy, and he's changed his name like multiple times. His real name is Jeff, but he goes by like.
Well, when you're scamming people, you
he
got to
gave
change your
himself-
name.
Yeah, he
lot.
Yeah.
changed his name a bunch, apparently. But yeah, and they basically just sit on their little high horse and tell people that we've achieved such a beautiful union, and you want this too. So give us all your money, and we'll teach you how. And she's on this video talking about the first time we ever made love. I cried for between 30 to 60 minutes afterwards. It was the most beautiful thing. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, damn, girl, if I'm crying for an hour after sex, like,
You don't tore that thing up.
I'm either in a lot of pain
Or I
or
said
like,
something horrible to you.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You're not crying because it's so beautiful.
I split that vajayjay and called you a name you didn't
tore
like.
that thing up and broken that ass,
Yeah.
all in one night. And shoved
You don't get to be a branch
Slapped you.
Masonian
Oh, shit.
anymore.
Right on the click to begin for free. So they give you like sample.
Yeah, you get it for
videos.
free, right out.
Yeah, they lie to you for giving you something.
But it's like, I don't know, man. So many people like need so much structural guidance in how to get through life.
I mean, these were like attractive, like some of the women that they were interviewing in the last documentary I saw on Amazon. Beautiful girls, like really pretty. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, why the fuck is that bitch paying $2,000 a month to find her twin flame? Like, honey, just get a little tipsy and go to the local bar. Like, you're a pretty little thing.
But
You
what
don't
are you
need
gonna
to-
what are you gonna pull at your local bar though?
I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know. I guess
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
You're
Like,
not gonna find your
local bar
twin
is-
flame.
I know, like I want my twin flame, but I don't expect to find her at fucking Dave and Buster's.
I mean,
You know what I'm
Twin
saying?
flame.
I wouldn't put it past possibility, but it's not like I'm gonna go out on a Friday
Is that
night
like the
after
same
work.
as a soul? Is that the same as a soulmate, or is that
Yeah.
different from a soulmate?
Yeah, it's a
Oh, yeah,
soulmate.
it's
the
a
same
soulmate.
thing.
so they're
yeah.
not all right. So they're not
Because
above that.
you're two flames, but you're really one flame. It's
Mm-hmm.
why you're twin flames. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. Like conceptually, I can work with a lot of stuff conceptually. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that, but it's the application of it. That's why so many. That's why they've turned it into a dating service or a hookup service or whatever. Where they're gonna be like, yeah, now it's your 10,000 in. Guess what? I know somebody else that's 10,000 in that hasn't had sex in years either. So here you go.
Yeah. I'll let y'all.
You two should go out.
Yep.
Y'all holler at each other. Here's your emails.
people were moving from like Germany and like moving to Hawaii. Like people were just moving all over the place to go live with their twin flames. And there would be like certain
Even though these
members.
motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, they would be like, I haven't met them yet, but because Jeff said this is my twin flame, I'm moving to Hawaii. I'm leaving everything. I'm leaving my job. I'm leaving my everything, my whole family. It's a fucking cult.
That's scary shit, man.
It is. It's. I find it fascinating. I'm always interested in cult shit, though. I think that shit is so fascinating.
Cults are damned fascinating. That's fucking weird shit. Is what it really boils down to.
Yep.
Awesome.
But really, I mean, really, they're just exploiting the mentally ill.
Yeah, but that's all society is these days.
Yeah.
It's exploitation of mentally ill in one way or another. Like, hopefully, all of you listening are not mentally ill, but since most of you probably are, hopefully,
We all got a little something.
we're all getting better
We all
and
got a
not
little
worse. Oh, I'm so out of whack. I can't even tell you.
We all got a little something.
You know?
Not for damn sure.
I mean, you know, I don't even know if I want to be right because the way people act like right is so far from what I want typically. I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't sound appealing. All the things that are, you know, the 2.5 children in the house and the mortgage and the jobs with pensions and all that shit. I mean, it sounds kind of cool, but not really. I don't know. I'm a weird motherfucker. Like, I don't know. Getting a van down by the river literally sounds better to me,
I don't like that. I don't not like that idea.
you know? Well, you could fish.
Yeah.
Like, you fish right out your front porch.
Yeah, right out the door.
Like, the Jew would literally build a porch that breaks down on the side of the van, and he would park the van by the creek and just sit on the
Yeah,
porch.
you did just a fold up jump.
Yep. Like a little awning.
Yep.
Sort of
I'm down
drops
with it.
out. Yeah, right. Well, you know, post-apocalypse, that's what we can all do. We get ourselves down there, a couple
Your
of
water
vans.
gonna be fucked up
down
there
by
for
the
the
river.
apocalypse.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to eat those fish you catch.
Yeah.
Blinky with the 3 eyes.
Yeah, you ain't
Pulling
gonna-
them fucking Simpsons fish out of the water after we nuked the planet.
Shit.
Can't destroy all the water. There gotta
I mean,
be
I
some
hope
good
not.
fish somewhere.
That's why we gotta vote for RFKJ, man.
Going out there, catch a shark, bring his ass in there, and just gnaw on him for a while.
Dude, but you're the one that keeps telling us the sharks are bad because they piss themselves when you catch them. They're not
That's
good
what
to
they
eat.
say, but I watch a lot of people eat shark. So I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
So I don't know. And there's one motherfuckers on Facebook. They be landshark.org or landfin or some shit like that. He be catching fucking whales right on the beach and taking them right home and skinning them motherfuckers up.
Wow. Whales?
Sharks.
Okay.
Big ass, like
Big ass sharks.
12, like sharks.
Like
you know
real
what I mean?
man eaters.
Yeah.
He goes on
10,
like
12-foot fucking sharks.
cooks
you know
a
what I mean?
12-foot tiger
you
shark
used
on
to
the-
be out there just
We having
filleting
a night
and
for
shit,
dinner,
so
babe.
I guess,
Shark.
I guess motherfuckers.
shark again.
Shark
Eat 'em.
again.
Baby, we eat shark. Shark is good.
Shark stew.
I imagine motherfuckers live on the water like that, eat
Shark
everything, you
gumbo,
know what I mean? They ain't-
fried shark, boiled shark.
Sauteed shark.
We're gonna
Yeah, I don't
salt,
know. I
brine
don't
it,
know.
and bake it.
It ain't look like
Smoked
it was
shark.
too much. It didn't really look like delicious meat. You know
Shark
what I mean?
chili. That's why you gotta make
not
stuff with
lobster.
it. Yeah, it ain't lobster. You don't just put a little butter on that shit and succulate it down. Delicious.
My parents made pancakes last week, and like Andrew has very select diet, right? Like
Yeah.
he mostly just eats chicken all day.
No rabbit food. Chicken.
Sometimes he'll make a bacon sandwich with just 2 pieces of bread and some bacon.
Okay, that's where all the
diet.
bacon goes.
That's all the bacon, right? So you could hear my parents like shuffling around. They're in their 70s. And they're like shuffling around the kitchen, and my mom's all stressing because she's like, well, I know he's not gonna want the blueberry pancakes. And Ted's like, my stepdad, he's like, well, just make plain ones then, Jan. And she's like, okay, I'm just making plain. Those are Andrew's. Don't touch Andrew's the only one that didn't have fucking blueberries in his pancakes. And we're getting dressed and we're giggling like in the room listening to them talk about these fucking like plain pancakes because my mom just can't deal with the
No.
fact that she just made regular pancakes
yeah,
for this man.
You really wouldn't want blueberry pancakes?
He did not want blueberries. He told him the night before he didn't put, don't
Yeah,
put
we had a whole
blueberries.
conversation, a lot of
Wait a
conversations
minute.
about
So
pancakes.
So
Yeah, there was. And then,
plain pancakes work, but ones with blueberries in them don't. Do you put syrup on your plain pancakes?
Yeah,
He did,
I syrup.
but not butter. So like
Nah,
we're
neck-
sitting there,
I
we're
don't fuck with neck food.
getting dressed.
With what food?
Neck food, butter and mayonnaise and neck food.
Neck
Yeah,
food?
it goes right to your neck.
Yeah, that's
food.
what our problem is, Mason. We just eat too much butter. And
Too much butter.
mayonnaise.
Well, like, I mean, I like butter.
But it was so
butter's
funny because
delicious.
like my parents are out there and like
certain shit.
my mom's
I'd
like,
rather put a little butter on my pancake than syrup.
I know, my mom was like, should we butter his pancakes? Do you think he likes butter? And Ted's like, I'm gonna butter his pancakes. And Andrew's sitting there and you're just like, I don't want butter on my pancakes. And I'm like, it's too late, the man. He's already got the knife in
Already
his
do.
hands, slapping butter all on these
I
fucking
was just shaking
pancakes.
my head this whole conversation they're having. I'm like, he's fucking old.
They couldn't talk to you. They couldn't say, Jew, here you. You know what I'd have done? I'd have said, here's your stack of pancakes. Here are all the accoutrements you can add to them as you like.
No, they would rather sit in the kitchen and debate for 20 fucking
Yeah.
minutes. Like, should we butter the pancakes? Should we
Wow.
not? It was so fucking funny. And when we went out there, those pancakes were all buttered up.
Were they delicious?
He ate them. He still ate them. He was nice about it. He wasn't like, you got to make me new pancakes, Jan,
yeah,
because
nah,
you put
I-
butter on. Ted put butter on
I'm
them.
gonna put
these in the toaster oven
I'm not really like
off.
a breakfast kind of guy. Like I don't really fuck with breakfast too much,
It was so funny.
especially in the morning, like morning time. Like I don't really. I usually don't eat
Yeah.
till like 11 ish, like for work.
You did good, though. You did good. You put up with it. We had breakfast every morning.
You acted like a civilized human being for a full couple of days.
He did. He
Bravo,
did.
man.
It was fun.
That's
It's a good time.
That sounds like a good time. I'm
Yeah,
proud of you,
man.
Jew. You're down there, like, impressing.
My guts was fucked up the whole time. I was
The
down
whole
there. Other
time.
than that, it was alright.
Man, I ate them plain pancakes with a little butter and syrup on them. I've been shitting all
My
day.
guts was fucked. I don't even know. We ain't had nothing crazy.
Just not chicken. Man, I went and
No,
ate
I ate
that.
chicken.
I ate that not chicken and got all my guts all
He did.
bubbled
We had
up.
pizza. We had cheese pizza one night, and he was like fucked for 2 days.
Well,
He's lactose intolerant. He just ain't come to terms with it yet.
it could be Jew.
Probably, man.
He just shrugs it
Just
off.
tolerates it.
Fair enough.
That's how most people are, though, with lactose intolerance.
Some, I can have some. I just can't have a lot.
Well, it depends on who it is.
It
Like, I
depends
can
on
have
what
a
it
bunch
is.
of Joe and Vinny's pizza, but I can't have much from any other places because them shits ain't that good. My tolerance is quality tolerance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, the amount of fat and funk in things. Like, I
But nah,
can't
some
fuck with
dairy does
sausages
fuck me
because it's
up.
just too fat.
Yeah.
But, like, too much nitrates and weird things. But, like, a
could
delicious
be.
pizza.
Slightly
Oh, my.
lactose.
Love pizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that said,
Yeah, I love pizza too. I'm still eat the hell out of it if it's gonna make me shit all over the place the next day or
yeah,
two.
I'll just
I'm
go
gonna
and
eat the
shit
fuck out
afterwards.
of
It's not a big deal. It's sort of like Bonchon.
Like if I'm at a place and they got Papa John's, I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna get this hot Bonchon. I'm gonna drink this beer. I'm gonna hit this beer and I'm gonna drive home as fast as possible because I'm gonna shit as soon as I get there. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close. We'd like to thank you so very much for listening. We'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes as well as new episodes. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't forget, what is it they say on South Park? Ring that bell, smash that like button. Ring the bell. I don't know.
They say on South Park?
That's what they were saying on South Park when they were making fun of Jake Paul.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he was pushing the energy drinks, and he's like, "You don't forget in this video to smash that like button, hit hit the bell so you get notifications." All that kind of shit annoys the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
So I'm
fuck
doing
it.
it like I hate it because I guess I'm technically supposed to do it on these sorts of things, but it's whatever. Anyway, be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Amen.
Keep grinding on the shit you're trying to get done because that's how things get done. Don't forget, we love you very, very much. We wish you nothing but the best. And peace be with you.
Peace.
Peace.